Fireworks night, innit? Right, we're playing Crystal Palace at the weekend. Let's start things off assessing Louis van Gaal's claim that we're the same as the likes of City and Chelsea because we drew and only lost by 1 goal with 10 men. Adam, top 4. Are we as good as the teams in the top 4? Is that a realistic aspiration?
Are we as good as City or Chelsea now? No.
Or Southampton or Arsenal?
Southampton and Arsenal, I don't think we're far off that, if not better than them. But City and Chelsea, they have to be the marker. Now, I don't think we are as good as them on paper or in reality, in fact. But I do like the sound of that. It's better than him coming out and saying we aspire to be like City, Chelsea are coming here as favourites, Liverpool are coming here as favourites. You know, it's good to hear him speaking confidently and positively about his team because although we have lost a few games here and there and some of our performances have been a little bit inconsistent and suspect at times, the overall feel is that we are moving in the right direction. So I don't agree with him exactly 100%, but fair play for him. No, I don't mind him saying that.
All right, Carl, what's your opinion?
The other week, I got my head bitten off for saying it was good that we was 4th. And I think it looks pretty good from the position we sat at now. But I think we should be aiming for that fourth space. I think Chelsea and City are going to run away with it this season. So if you look at the teams that are rival for us for 3rd and 4th, Tottenham, Liverpool, Southampton, surely we've got to match them, and Arsenal as well.
Stephen, got some spreadsheets? What can you tell us?
Well, I was actually going to refer to my daft shit Carl said spreadsheet. And it's down there as it said 4th was great, not 4th was attainable. So that's why you got your head bit off, because 4th isn't great. 4th is the minimum expectation. And I'm with Louis van Gaal. Hey, I'm talking now. Shut up.
Right, this is very aggressive. Let's remember, we all support the same team and that love is nicer than hate.
Right, you shut up and all, because I'm talking. I'm right behind Louis van Gaal saying that we're bang on line with Chelsea and City. We proved that we can compete with them without our strongest team. He's asked for time to let the squad gel. He's had that time. We just need to start putting the results together now. And when we get over the ridiculous number of injuries that we've got, you're going to see us fly up that table. 4th, not a problem.
Okay, just before we move on to our next point, go on, Adam, yes or no, will we get into the top 4 by the end of the season?
I've already said it and I'll say it again. Yes, god damn it.
Carl. Carl.
Yes.
Nice. Yes, maybe. Bit of passion. Stephen.
Yeah, I've said it. Top 4. I said we're going to win the league.
All right, everyone said it. I'm really sorry I went back to it. Right, let's move on to point 2. There have been endless column inches wasted on the talk of our defence and injuries and red cards and all that kind of nonsense. But the best form of defence is attack. And our attack hasn't been spectacular so far this season, has it, Adam McCullough?
Our attack? I mean, when we had Robin Van Persie, Wayne Rooney and Radamel Falcao playing in and out of the team, they were all scoring goals. Wayne Rooney got a few, Robin Van Persie got a few. I think just the inconsistency of team selection. Herrera's obviously been in and out. I thought he was a big impact on the team earlier in the season. Di Maria's faded off a little bit in the last 2 games. So I think there's a couple of reasons to it. All throughout the team, we haven't had a consistent lineup. And that's not just for the defence, although the defence has been the biggest hit area. So I think it's just that we've got more strength and depth in the attacking areas. And maybe now in the midfield area too, that it doesn't seem as much of a bigger problem. But if you look at the changes that have been made in there, there's been far too many to get a good run going.
Okay, would you say the same, Carl, or do you think perhaps it's a case of form, or what's your view on our attack?
No, I reckon we're doing all right. The first few games when Di Maria played, I was really impressed with him. The last few, he's not really been all that. He's been a bit quiet, and I heard it on something the other day. It's because he's been going out wide too much. We need to get him back in the centre where he can affect things more, where he can feed RVP. The ball more. That was crying out at the Etihad the other day. In my team, I've put him more central. So I reckon we should revolve everything around Di Maria. Maybe drop Rooney out to the left, RVP up front, and that sort of thing. Because he is such our star man, and he depends. If he plays well, our attack goes well. It's all around him. Okay,
Stephen. Rumours this week that Falcao's loan deal could be cut short because after 10 games he's got 1 goal and missed a lot through injury. I don't even know if he's done 90 minutes yet, has he? Where do you stand on him?
Well, I was going to chip in on the last part of the conversation and say I think the only reason that we've not looked like we've been on fire is because he's not played 90 minutes, because he's not been that number 1 guy. He's always the one to come off, or he's the guy that's coming on. I think he just needs runs of games, and obviously he needs to stay injury-free. But I think once you get a fit and firing Falcao, forget it. His goal's gonna be flying in left, right, and
Bang, everywhere.
Do you think maybe this season it's already almost too late for him because it's going to take him a run of games, as you say, to get fit, and we're already 10 games in?
No, and I don't agree that he's not built for the Premier League either. Have you seen the guy?
Yeah,
He's
massive.
a big old boy. Like he's not.
He's built like
skinny
me.
Little waif. No. No, he's not. He's a world-class player. He's gonna just need like a run of 3 games. He's not gonna need 2 months to get into it. Give him 90 minutes, like together in a block, and watch him go.
I don't think his performances have been that bad either. I think the only thing he has to prove to Louis van Gaal and to Manchester United is that his fitness and his ability to play games week in, week out. Well, if he proves that, we'll keep him.
All right, thank you, Adam. Carl, can you give us your team for the weekend? Who are you playing against Palace?
Yeah, I've got De Gea, then Shaw, McNair, Carrick, Valencia again if Raphael's injured. Then, bit of a strange one, I've gone Blind and Fellaini next to each other, Rooney out left, Di Maria number 10, Januzaj out right, and RVP up on his own.
Controversial. Stephen?
I'm not 100% set on the shape of the midfield, but here's how I'm going anyway. De Gea, Valencia with Carrick, Blackett and Shaw as my back 4. I put Carrick in there. I know he's out of position, just as a bit of an older head to keep everyone else around him a bit settled. Blind in front, standard. Herrera's got to come back, so it's going to be a midfield 3, maybe, of Herrera, Fellaini and Di Maria. Rooney in the number 10 role and RVP up top.
Okay, all right. Hang on, what? Do that again. So you've got Blind, Fellaini.
Blind in the usual anchorman position and a flat midfield 3 of Herrera, Fellaini, Di Maria. And I don't know exactly how that's going to work. Maybe Rooney pushes up to play in line with
essentially
RVP
you played a 4-1-2-1-2.
I don't know. Yeah.
No, he's not. He's put a 3. There's a line of 3 there. It's interesting. Anyway, Adam, what do you think of those teams? Carrick at centre back.
Carl's. Are you trying to get ideas out of me, Sam? I'm not going to give that away.
Mate, come on.
Carl, Carl, you put Di Maria in the hole and Rooney out wide.
Yeah.
I got to explain.
Do you see the manager doing that? Because obviously
it's Carl's team. He can do what he wants. He's not predicting Van Gaal.
No,
this is what Carl would do.
All right. I've got some spreadsheets here that value stated. So bear with me for a second. Di Maria, as I said earlier, he needs to play more central. He's played in that 3 for Real Madrid. He's moved about. He doesn't have to sit in one position. The only reason I put in there, so it stresses to the lad that he plays more central because that's what we need from him. Rooney's able to play wherever he wants on the left in midfield. He is a good enough player to do that, and I just think at the moment we should be focusing around Di Maria. I think he's a cog that we should be turning around. That Rooney, RVP, Januzaj, matter whether Falcao goes in. He's a person everyone should be rotating around.
All right, excellent.
In terms of Blind, though, sorry, Sam. Gary Neville gave Blind some stick this week. And me and Hassan have spoke about Blind a lot in the past and off camera, and we've both been very, very impressed with Daley Blind. And whilst I don't agree with he's been amazing and out of this world and perfect, I do think he's got his little faults. I kind of thought Gary Neville's criticism that his passing ability should be better and he should try more passes for Robin Van Persie and so on. I found that was a bit unfair because he's playing as a holding midfielder. He's usually got 2 other midfielders in front of him whom he should give the ball to, and they do the magic with it. I mean, he mentioned Carrick and Scholes used to do that, but when Carrick and Scholes played together, Carrick used to get the ball, give it to Scholes, and let Scholes do it. So I think it was a bit unfair on Blind, to be honest.
Okay, thanks, Adam. Right, let's talk about Crystal Palace. Stephen, who's going to do the damage?
Jedinak.
Yeah, well, Jedinak, he's been their best player all year, but he's suspended. Zaha can't play because of the loan deal. So you're looking at where they're going to get the goals from. They've got Hangeland has scored a couple. I haven't seen where they've come from, so I'm going to assume that they were set pieces. So that might be a threat. Fraser Campbell, the ex-United player, he's always shown a lot of promise, and I like the look of him every time I see him play. I think he's a massively underrated player, so my one to watch would probably be Fraser Campbell.
What about you, Cole?
Yeah, Fraser Campbell as well, and Balassi can be half decent on his day, but I mean, we shouldn't. This is one of them games where people say, oh, you shouldn't worry about your opponents. I think we should really focus on ourselves on this one. If we get that half right, we'll win this game.
Okay, Adam, anyone else to worry about?
As Carl mentioned, Balassi, I remember watching Crystal Palace before Zaha came to Manchester United, before he signed for us, and I thought Balassi was the better of the two then. So Balassi will be a threat. And Gale is their top goal scorer this season. He scores a lot of goals. We've seen what he's done to a few other teams, including Liverpool delightfully last year. So he'll obviously be a threat. And Fraser Campbell, ex-United boy, he'll want to go.
Okay, so final part. Stephen, what is the score going to be?
3-0 Manchester United.
Adam.
3-0 Manchester United. Sorry, Stephen.
Nice. Carl?
3-1.
Oh, different. Nice. I will say 2-0 to Manchester United.
That's wrong.
Why?
But it does. What?
Why?
I could have told you that when I told you mine.
You're so funny, Stephen. Right, guys, thank you very much. Everyone at home, please let us know what you think the score will be, what you think about our formation, our defenders, our attackers, about whether we get top 4. That would be lovely.
Tyler Blackett power.
What? Thanks. Also, if you understood what Stephen said, please write down below. We love a translation. Have a lovely day, whatever you're doing. Don't get burnt. It's bonfire night and all that kind of safety stuff you'd expect to hear from a responsible channel like ours.